some do's and don'ts of home buying. A lot of times, it's human nature to ask your friends for advice, to ask them what their experiences were like when they bought homes for their first home, for example, and or family members. But it's important to listen to professional advice. We've been doing real estate for just over a decade now, and Evie's been in the business for a long time. So it's important to listen to professional advice because we have your best interest in mind. And not to say that your family and friends do not, but just because somebody might have bought a house, whether recently or a long time ago, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have the same experience. In fact, we can probably guarantee that you won't, in terms of, the same terms or rates, because you don't know what their finances are like. You don't know, who they may or may not have hired or had on their team. And so that's why you're all here, obviously, is to get some more tips and tricks and to access this program. Do communicate, as I said, do assume your team has your best interest in mind, because we do. Communicate with your real estate team your needs and wants. When me and Donato sit down, we do a buyer's questionnaire with all of our buyers via Zoom. We will go through the process, what the search process is like, what the offer process is like, from the time that you start searching, from the time that we give you the keys, which can span at least a month, if not longer, usually several months, depending on each person. So we are constantly asking for feedback for each of the properties. We're constantly asking you about, why do you want to buy in a certain area? Do you work close by? Do you have family that needs to help with daycare, or are you downsizing or upsizing, things of that nature? Communicate your availability to tour homes. Again, with their buyer's questionnaire, we ask you that information. However, we know that work schedules can constantly shift and change depending on the week. So when you select homes, then we just ask you to be very specific about the time frames that you're available and the dates and things like that. Me and Donato work 7 days a week. So this morning I was out showing homes, and after this class, right after, I'll be out and showing homes. Tomorrow, doing an open house. So we keep busy on weekends as well. Do continue to save your savings and your funds, so that way you have a little bit more cushion, despite the fact that these programs can help cover all of your down payment and some of your closing costs. In some cases all, in some cases some. But we believe that it's really important to have that cushion, because you'll need it for furniture or the out-of-pocket costs that Donato will go over. Don't take on other loans, debts, credit cards, applications. Don't quit your job or switch jobs. And don't look for homes. We won't show you homes above your pre-approval, because we know that the conversation that you have with the lender is really important. And we know that you might be pre-approved for a certain amount, but you might have like a mental budget in mind. And we want to know what that number is, so that way the letter that we get matches our search process. We respect your wants and needs and your time. Okay.